BeerSarge zero alcohol beers, which appear to be a big thing nowadays. So yeah, I'm going to review some of those because yeah, I do zero beers now. Occasionally, sometimes I have normal beers, but this is mainly what I have now is zeros. Anyway, it's Labour Weekend here in New Zealand, and for those people who aren't in New Zealand, Labour Weekend is a 3-day weekend for us, and generally the weather is shit because it's kind of on that cusp of, I don't know, it's not the end of winter, it's not the start of summer, whatever that bit is in the middle. I think it's spring maybe. It's kind of unchangeable, unsettled weather, and the weather leading up into the weekend was pretty crap, and then we got a bit of a break for a day of like pretty decent weather, bit of sun. Yep, the holiday day, the Monday, which is today, blowing a fucking gale, and you can probably hear it outside on the shed. So not a lot to do. Well, might as well just do some beer reviews. So I've got a couple to do today. We'll break them down into. Actually, I'm just going to do them in one go because there's no point in labouring the point. No point in labouring the point. So we'll get into it. So the first one that basically what I did is we went to the supermarket and I'm like, I might grab a full strength. Yeah, well, I kind of got there and I was like, you know what? Why not just fucking review some of these zeros that are out. Not a lot of people review zero beers. People sort of looking at them and going, oh, I don't know if it'll taste alright. So they tend to not buy them, and they stick with their zero Heinekens, which at a pinch are okay, but generally taste like old fucking boot socks wrung out into a fucking, I don't know, a jar full of cat's piss. So I thought I'd try one of these. So this is a Parrotdog. Now Parrotdog makes some really good beers. I mean, Bitter Bitch is like one of my favourite full strength beers. Kind of craft. I think they're kind of craft. Bitter Bitch is an amazing beer. So I thought, fuck it, I'll give this Parrotdog a try, and it's called Watchdog. It's a non-alcoholic IPA. 6-pack of these was $20, so the same prices that you're paying, maybe a little bit less than you're paying for a full strength beer, but it's a non-alcoholic IPA from a pretty decent brewery. Anyway, I haven't actually put this in a glass. I've whopped one out of a can, so I don't even know what it looks like. But she's an IPA, so what are we expecting? Well, yeah, nice and clear. It's got the colour, so the colour's there, and that's something that I think you can generally tell on a beer, on a non-alcoholic beer, is if the colour's pretty shit, then the beer is going to be pretty shit, and that's a pretty decent colour. I'd say that's a honey gold. It's a honey gold colour, kind of reminiscent of an export gold, maybe. Kind of. It's in a Tuatara glass. It's definitely not a Tuatara. It is a Parrotdog. The other thing that you'll find with your zeros is that no head just gone, and I guess it's the proteins and shit in the beer. No idea. Just made some words up there, but we'll try this. So, sniff wise, like honestly, if you didn't know it was a zero, and you smelt that, apart from the smell of, it's got kind of a smell of kind of the beach, like the sea. Well, I kind of mean it sort of. It kind of smells like maybe old seaweed with maybe a couple of old crabs sort of jammed in it and lying on the beach for the last 3 or 4 days. It's not unpleasant. It's earthy. It's got an earthy smell to it. But you're not drinking the smell, are you? Anyway, the taste. That is really good. So it's got an initial bitterness that dives off. It's bitter as you're drinking it, and then it dives off immediately afterwards. Its flavour is, I won't say it's full flavoured. Because the flavour doesn't linger and hang around, but it's, while you're drinking it, it is very, very good. You can't taste the malt, so it hasn't got that like heavy malt flavour. It hasn't even got a light malt flavour. It's got an intensely light malt flavour, but it's got some nice hops in there, some really nice hops. Now, if I fucking look at this, it says here, Watchdog. A good watchdog is the perfect companion, a relaxed and friendly presence, but always alert and attentive. It's a rare mix of traits, but our brewers, honestly, my fucking eyesight is shit. Our brewers have taught a similar trick to this. What? Just hang on. Don't laugh. Classic. A good watchdog is the perfect companion, a relaxed and friendly presence, but always alert and attentive. It's a rare mix of traits, but our brewers have taught a similar trick to this watchdog, a refreshingly non-alcoholic IPA with a pale malt backbone and a lively hop flavours of citrus and stone fruit, but no bite. Water, barley, hops and yeast. Yes, these are invaluable to blind people. Yeah, so there you go. Was that citrus and stone fruit? It definitely has those flavours in there, and they are, despite the initial, when you, it gives you a initial aroma of a craft beer. A craft beer. It just smells like a craft beer. It smells like a craft beer, which have weird smells. It tastes like a craft beer. It. The only thing missing is the alcohol in the head. Other than that, you couldn't tell that this is not got alcohol in. That this has no alcohol. It's nice. It's nice. I'd smash that. I'd smash that. So there you go. That's what you're looking for. Parrotdog Watchdog. Parrotdog Watchdog. Non-alcoholic IPA. It's pretty decent. And we'll put that to the side. And just for the sake of expediency, we're going to use this. Now, I've spoken about this glass before. It is a classic glass, New Zealand history and Northland history. The old NZRC, the New Zealand Refining Company. I think they're no longer around. Marsden Pint, presented in 1985, and MRC standing for Marsden Refinery Construction, or JV2 maybe, I think it was called as well. JV2 maybe? Or maybe that was a power station. But anyway, this was from the refinery expansion, which happened in, well, about 1985. This was presented to my mother, who used to work there. And I have saved this glass, and the amount of times I have drank booze out of this glass, I'm surprised it's still alive, but it is still alive. It's 1985. That is a 40-year-old glass. Yep, that's right. It's younger than me, but it's older than that Tuatara. And what we're going to do is, into this glass, we're going to pour one of these. This is a Zeffer non-alcoholic crisp apple cider. Crisp apple cider. I do love a crisp apple cider, and like every crisp apple cider that I've had in the past, this looks like a crisp apple cider with that colour. So it acts like a crisp apple cider. It certainly smells like a crisp apple cider. Now, unless this glass hasn't been washed properly, which I think it has, kind of smells like corned beef. I don't know why it would smell like corned beef, but anyway, it's got a little bit of a haze through there. That could be the glass, because as you say, a 40-year-old glass is going to pick up some impurities over the years. But there you go, that's what it looks like. Now, we'll have to resort to the old goggles again. It's a 330, it's got 0.0 alcohol. It says here, enjoy a deliciously crisp apple cider crafted from Hawke's Bay apples, carefully fermented and deftly spun to remove the alcohol. That's how they do it. This refreshing off-dry cider is lightly sparkling and full of flavour with a delicate sweetness. A classic cider with 0 alcohol and only 11 calories per 100 mils. Sugars in this are quite high for someone who's trying to stick away from sugars. The sugars are quite high at 7.6. Now, that's something that you have to consider. Okay, so this is definitely not a drink for a person who is trying to reduce their sugar intake, because they are still sweet. But if you're trying to reduce your alcohol intake, this is for you, but not your sugar intake. I don't think there's much. There's nothing on the Parrotdog thing about sugars, and frankly, I don't give a shit. But we'll try this. So this is the apple cider from Zeffer. Now, Zeffer do make a very nice apple crumble cider. It is fully alcoholic and one of my favourites. But this is the crisp apple cider. Has an apple cider taste to it. Also has a little bit of a kombucha sort of taste to it. It's juicy. It's fruity. It's a nice cider. Is it better than a fresh up apple juice? I think so. I think so. I'm not sure what the sugar content of a fresh up apple juice is, but I would assume that they're a lot sweeter than this. This is not sweet as such as sweet, but it's got that kombucha-y sort of sour taste to it. So that sort of knocks the sweetness on the head and gives you that difference between this and a sparkling apple juice, which is fucking immensely sweet. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. I'd buy this again. I do like that. That's very nice. But again, if you're trying to watch your sugar intake, probably not what you want to grab, because of it's 7 something grams. Stand by. 7.6 grams per serving. Yeah. Well, it's not a lot. It can be for some people. So there you go. There's 2 non-alcoholic reviews for yous. Like it and subscribe and push up the views. It's poetic. Anyway, there you go. Hopefully I'll be able to get out on the bike again for another bit of a blast. Appreciate the comments and the likes and stuff on the videos. Yeah, so catch you later.